because you do not want to come back looking like a linebacker with a small waist and a fat ass. Like, you don't want to do that. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Persephone, and please make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe. As you can see by the title, we're about to hop right into the juiciness. We're about to get right into some surgery quotes. I do want to make a disclaimer for this video. Everybody's surgery quote will be completely different. Everybody's body type is completely different. What you are looking for, the results that you're looking for, the look that you're looking for is completely different. So what I am quoted as far as a price point and what you are quoted could be completely different. And of course, it's at the doctor's discretion. So please do take that in mind. The surgery quotes that I am going to be going over with you guys today are, well, two of them are from 2020. As you guys know, I am 3 years post-op. I will be 4 years post-op because it's 2021. I will be 4 years post-op in August. So I did also tell you guys that the reason why I'm getting these quotes is because I have decided I'm gonna go ahead and get my boobs redone. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please pause the video, go in the description box and watch that vlog because I do tell you exactly why and all the information regarding that. So let's hop right into the video. All of these doctors, I will put their for their IG, for their page, so you can go check them out. And then I'm also gonna make sure to put the quotes on the screen so you guys can follow along with me and see the quote yourself. This video is primarily gonna just focus on the actual requirements that each doctor has, because each doctor requirements are gonna be different, but a lot of them are pretty similar. When I say that, I'm referring to like the hemoglobin levels that you have to have and you have to be at before they perform surgery on you, and also like your BMI, what their requirements are. They usually are fairly around the same number, so that's what our focus is going to be on the actual requirements. Because if you are just starting out this journey and you have just decided like, hey, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and have surgery, and you're starting to do your research and things of that nature, one of the things that I would say will probably be the best thing to focus on at the beginning of your journey is trying to get those things where the doctor's requirements are. And you won't know that until you actually get a surgery quote back from the doctors, but you may be still deciding on which doctor you actually like. You may be at the very, very beginning of this surgery journey. So I kind of want to give you an idea of what are the different requirements, the days that because doctors are different. So some doctors want you to stay a little bit longer. They have a requirement for how many days you have to stay in order for them to perform surgery. So this way you have kind of a ballpark idea of, I need to take this amount of time off. First one that I want to go over with you guys is going to be Dr. Monjay. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but even if I'm not, I'm gonna put his ad. You can go check out his page yourself, and then also you're gonna see the quote, so you can follow along with me. One of the main reasons why I wanted to go over his quote first is because it was one of the most informative quotes I have received back. Again, these quotes are going to be from 2020, so it's during COVID, during the pandemic. So let's hop into his quote. Now, this something else to let you know. He quoted me for BBL. I did not ask for BBL. When I get my quotes, I get all of my quotes via email. I send it, I look for their email address. Usually it's on their page, or you know, if you go to their website, you can find it on their website as well. I get all of my quotes via email. The main reason why I do that is because, one, I feel like it's a little bit more professional. Two, it's more of a paper trail for me. If I happen to be in another country and I need to pull up the quote that he sent me, so this way I can refer back to and say, hey, no, you actually quoted me, you know, this amount of money instead of what you're trying to charge me now. We can pull it up. We can pull it up in my email, on my phone, or whoever sent it to me, whether it's his assistant or anything, they can pull it up as well. So that's why I communicate via email. I just prefer it. And I would say at least until I actually put in a deposit, then at that point, maybe I may start communicating via WhatsApp. But that's how I prefer to get my quotes. Again, he did quote me for BBL. I did not ask for BBL. I only asked for my breast. And I did ask for scar revision for my burn mark. You guys know I have a burn mark from my round 1 in Dominican Republic with Dr.Bello. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, video will be in the description box. Go check out my surgery journey. I tell you guys all about it. But I am gonna make sure to put a updated video on what my surgery burn looks like, and then also what my tummy tuck scar looks like, so I can give you guys all the tea, all the information, all the tips to how I healed. So let's jump into this quote before I start rambling, because I don't want this video to be way too long. So as you can see in his surgery quote, he actually has 2 packages. He has a VIP package and he has a surgery package. I'm gonna go through how he actually came up with this price. So the first item would include liposuction with flanks and waist contour, back liposuction, abdominal liposuction, BBL. For those things alone, in his VIP package, that would be $5,650 US dollars. And then in his surgery package, that would be $4,700. In addition, if I wanted my breasts done, that would be another $1,800 on top of whichever package I decided, whether it was the VIP package or the surgery package. And then the scar revision would be additional $500. Again, guys, I did not ask for a BBL quote. I also, I asked for my breast, I asked for the scar revision, and I asked for a quote, 2 quotes, one with scar revision and my boobs, and then another quote with scar revision, my boobs, and possibly lipo. I highly doubt I'm gonna get lipo again because it's just too painful, sis. It's too painful. It's too painful. I don't think I'm gonna do it again. I don't think so. But anyway, let's hop into these packages. So VIP package includes clinic testing. So that's gonna be your EKG testing, your X-ray testing, your testing with the cardiologist, your post-op garment, which is your first faja, doctor's fees, transportation from the airport, and checkups. So if you do decide to go with the VIP package, which does include a recovery stay, your transportation is going to cover the airport and your doctor visits. A 10-day stay at a recovery house, and 5 massages, an overnight nurse if needed, so if you do not bring somebody with you. His surgery package is only going to include, again, the clinic testing, your first faja post-op garment, doctor's fees, and 5 massages, and that's the one, of course, for the lower quote of $4,700 US dollars. He does make sure to let you know that for these procedures, the patient must be at least 12 days post-op in Dominican Republic and 5 days prior to surgery. So, and that states because of COVID. So that basically means that's a total of 17 days that is required from this doctor in order for him to perform surgery on you. So, also in the quotes, he also lets you know your hemo. So he says your hemoglobin levels have to be at a 13, have to be at more than a 13 if you are having 2 procedures or more. Super important, hemo has to be up there. So his required BMI is, it has to be lower than a 36 to perform any type of surgery, okay? Which again, that's why I want to really focus on the requirements for these doctors, because one thing you do not want to happen is you get your hemo at a 13, you fly out for surgery, your hemo drops after you land, because it does, and you're at a 11 or something, or a 12 or something, and then your surgery is the next day and you find out, hey, I can't actually have all of the procedures that I wanted for, or all the procedures I was quoted for, because my hemo has now dropped and I'm not meeting the doctor's requirements and he's not willing to perform those additional surgeries for me. So that's super important. In his surgery quote, he also says that his deposit is $350 to secure a surgery date. He says this quote is valid for 6 months from the date above and 6 months after the deposit is made. You are able to change your date up to 3 times within 6 months of the deposit with a 2-week notice in advance. I also really like his quote, because if you are somebody who is just starting out this surgery journey, he does let you know what is not included in the package, in his quote. So if you do not get the VIP package that did include this recovery house, you will have to get the recovery house. That's not included. Airfare is not included. Transportation that is not related to medical reasons is not going to be included. Post-op medication will be prescribed and are purchased at the office. So his medication, post-op medication, is not included with his actual quote. So something else to keep in mind for that you're going to have to put some money to the side for if you do decide to go with this particular doctor after you check out his page and think you like him. I do like that in his quote, he does also tell you the airport code. He basically gives you a breakdown of everything you pretty much need to know. So if you are one of the dogs that are deciding to go with him, I feel like if you're going for a round 1 and you're just starting and you just have no idea what you're kind of getting yourself into, he does give you a really good quote that kind of breaks down everything for you, which is awesome. Because as we go on, you will see every doctor does not do that. You get the VIP package. The coordinator will schedule everything with the recovery house. So that's also important. I do love that in that VIP package that includes recovery houses that he gave me a quote for, he has 5 different recovery houses. So you can choose, you have options, which is awesome, because a lot of dogs really complain about their recovery house experience. You guys know my recovery house experience was a freaking nightmare. So I love that he does give you options, because then you have the time to actually research, those different recovery houses and see what type of reviews they have, and just if they're gonna be able to accommodate you after you have surgery, depending on what you're getting. If you're getting tummy tuck, if you need a particular bed, you need recliners, if they're gonna be able to take care of you. So I love that. Most doctors don't have that in their surgery quote anyway. He also states that you can also make payments on your surgery up until a week before surgery, and you can only pay 30% of your surgery using payment Zelle or bank deposits. For me, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Most of the time, usually, doctors will say, hey, you pay your deposit and then you have to pay all of your money the day before your surgery or the day of your surgery. I love the fact that he gives people kind of a payment option if they want to do it. So if you're somebody who, needs kind of like a payment arrangement, he gives you kind of that option where you can pay on it until you're ready for surgery. You guys kind of know previously how I feel about paying all of your money up before your surgery because of my experience. I personally do not recommend that because anything could happen. And you guys know how many times I had to change my doctor, and imagine if you couldn't get your money back for whatever reason. He does say that $350 deposit is not refundable as well, so keep that in mind. His surgery quote does include all the bank information that you would need in order to make a deposit for your surgery date, which I love because a lot of times, like I said, most doctors' quotes usually are not this informative. I mean, look at all these pages. And this is just his quote, are not this informative. And the fact that he put all of this information is great because a lot of times you are having to communicate with their assistants, and you're having to wait for, once you decide, yes, I do want to go ahead and move forward with this doctor, this is my doctor, you're having to communicate with their assistants to get an email back to give you the bank information, or and that could take days, weeks, because a lot of doctors are really busy. They get a lot of inquiries. So I love that he put all that information there for you already. So that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of his quote. The next doctor's quote we're gonna get into is Hector's surgery quote that I got for him. I sent everybody the same exact email. I already kind of know what doctors are looking for in order to give you a quote for the, for the most part, what they're gonna ask you, for all your pictures, your age, if you have any medical conditions, if you had surgery prior, who did you have surgery with. So I sent everybody pretty much the same email to multiple doctors. I got their email off of their IG page, or I went to their website, and I just blasted that out to all the doctors that I was interested into, that I already had researched, that I felt like would be a good fit for me. So his quote back, as you can see, is much smaller. He lets me know that that he can tell that I am a good candidate for a breast lift with a small implant, which impressed me because of the fact that that's kind of what I'm looking for, a breast lift with a small implant. I don't want to have big boobs. I've had big boobs before. I do not want that. So I want, pretty small, perky, lifted boobs. He said the cost for your breast lift with breast implant procedure would be $4,500, and he says that will include your anesthesiologist fee. Gosh, that's kind of hard to say. And your nurse care and one night in the hospital and all of your post-op follow-up. Guys, I asked for lipo, scar revision, and for my boobs to get done as well. As far as the liposuction and the scar, I would have to evaluate that in person just to see the elasticity in your skin. And then he lets me know that he has some available time in February of 2021, because I got this in October 2021, and to let him know if I wanted to go ahead and schedule a actual surgery date with him. So you can see that quote was much smaller, which is kind of a good and a bad thing to me personally, because I do like the doctors that are more informative, so you kind of know what you're getting into and you kind of know what's expected. But then at the same time, I do respect the fact that he was able to tell me, hey, I don't know if I can do liposuction on you, and I don't know if I can correct the scar on you because I would need to evaluate you in person. I do respect that because a lot of doctors are not going to say that. And honestly, the elasticity in my skin is a concern for me, and it has been concern for other doctors as well. So I respect the fact that, you know, he acknowledged that he can't make me any promises. Basically, he has to find out if I'm a good candidate for those things. Next quote I'm gonna get into. This quote is from Dr.Yily. Dr.Yily is pretty popular. This is a 4-year-old quote. This is not a new quote, but I just want to go over the requirements and kind of like briefly let you know what her quote pretty much says. Again, I can imagine it's a little bit more updated, but I did want to put this out here so you guys kind of can have an idea. If you have seen Dr. Yily's work and you're like, you know, I really am thinking about going with her, and you're just starting out your surgery journey, you can kind of have an idea what she's kind of looking for as far as her requirements. So, Yily also did send a pretty informative surgery quote. Actually, really informative surgery quote. This was sent from her assistant at the Sasha, which was her patient coordinator. I don't know if that's still her assistant or her coordinator anymore, but that's who sent me this quote. As you can see, it shows that this surgery requires you to be out of work for 8 to 10 days. Again, guys, when I was getting these particular quotes, I was looking for breast augmentation, I was looking for lipo, and then I was looking for transfer to my hip dips. So these quotes are going to sound a little bit different. Liposuction, abdominal section, armpit area, which is dope. I don't really see any doctors that talk about that armpit area, honey, and that can make a big difference in what your results look like. Like, if you're gonna get BBL, liposuction, I would definitely suggest getting your arms done, getting that underarm part done, because you do not want to come back looking like a linebacker with a small waist and a fat ass. Like, you don't want to do that. Full back, flanks, waist, Brazilian butt lift via fat transfer, breast lift and breast augmentation, which is your breast lift and an implant, recovery house accommodations, which is 10 days, 9 nights, in a triple room. So you're gonna share it with 3 other people. Round trip transportation from the airport. She does tell you the code for the airport. And then round trip transportation for all your doctor's visits related to your surgery. That quote was $5,400. That package included the recovery house for the 10 days and the 9 nights in the triple room. But she also does give you the option, if you did not want to go with the recovery house that she has in the package, to just deduct $600 from the package, and then also deduct $100 for transportation if you did not want to go with that recovery house. Her deposit for that quote was $300. If you are a smoker, I'm a smoker. I smoke, unfortunately. It's a horrible habit, but I do. If you're a smoker, she does tell you the requirements for smoking for her is to stop smoking at least 2 months before your surgery date. And do not drink any alcohol during the last 2 weeks before your surgery as well. She gives you a direct breakdown in this quote of what to expect on your surgery date and during the duration of your surgery, which I love. Like, if you are somebody who has never had a round one, who's just starting out, who's probably nervous and scared, I love that she really does give you a breakdown of how this is gonna go. You know, like, how's your surgery date gonna go? How's it gonna go for you during the duration of your surgery? And basically, she's just letting you know that you have to fast the day of your surgery, so do not eat or drink anything. You have to be at the clinic at 7 a.m. and you'll have your test done, the consultation with me, then surgery. One of my assistants will be with me to translate and for better communication. I love that. That's lit. She also does let you know that the requirements for her hemo Your hemo level must be no less than a 12.7. That's kind of an odd number. She does tell you what you need in order to get your hemo up. Start taking vitamins, B complex, iron pills, folic acid, vitamin C, 1 month prior to scheduled surgery. No surgery will be operated on if your hemo is not at a 12.7. That's awesome. She really pretty much tells you exactly how to get your hemo up. I told you guys in my previous surgery journey videos how I got my hemo up, and it's pretty much the same exact way. I took all of these same vitamins that she put in this quote, and that's exactly how I got my hemo up. I just took my iron pills 3 times a day with my food, and I took a vitamin C with it as well. So definitely works. Your body mass index, your BMI needs to be below a 35. Then she goes on in the quote and lets you know you do not qualify for surgery with Leelee if any of these conditions below apply to you. So if you're HIV positive, if you have lupus, if you're diabetic with the AC1 level must be at 6.5 or below, if you have any diseases with blood clotting problems, if you have high blood pressure, it must be controlled. Suffer from seizures, your BMI is higher than a 35, and your hemo is lower than a 12. So I love that she gives you a breakdown of exactly what is not going to work for her, what she's not going to be able to perform surgery on. And it does, the fact that it's that detailed lets you know how much pride she takes in performing her surgeries and making sure that her patients, you know, don't have complications or don't have issues. Because some doctors are not even going to put that type of information or even let you know that prior to you coming, because they're just trying to get some money. So, all right, guys. So that is my last quote that I have here. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. If you found anything in this video that was helpful, that gave you some information that you didn't know about, please make sure you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We are currently growing. Make sure you guys also let me know in the comment section, what do you guys want to see on this channel? What if I haven't answered anything for you, or if you need some more information about something, make sure you let me know in the comments. You guys know I do answer you guys back in the comments, so just let me know how sis can help you. Just tell me what you want to see. Let me know. I got you, boo. Like, period. So make sure you hit up the comment section. Let me know. Make sure you stay tuned for my very next video, and make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.